Hello, good evening. Today I make this video again to talking in English, and then I try to translate the passage that I got from my tutor yesterday, and I already finished about five, or not five, but 6 pages, and there are 11 need to accomplish, but I only have 2 days left, and it wasn't great because the passage quite difficult to understand and to translate, and I really don't have a clear idea what this passage talking about because it's very challenging for me, and I need to reread this passage for more than one or twice, more than once or twice, because this passage had many dictionary that I can't understand at this moment. But I want to share some insights that I quite understand yet from this passage. It's about scientific and not scientific, not unscientific, but more likely about the roles of inductive and deductive thinking in the scientific mind. So, what is inductive thinking in the scientific mind? Deductive reasoning, in that case, inductive reasoning is when a scientist try to understand the series of events to make a conclusion from the series of events, and that's really opposite from uh, the deductive thinking, which is I don't read the passage yet because I am not complete it. So actually I feel tired to read this passage because I don't really aware that this passage will be important for me. I don't really believe that this passage is really important for me to learn. So this is the feelings that I feel. That the thing is, I don't want to devote my time into this passage, but because I have this text as assignment from my tutor, so I need to complete it and make sure that I will finish this homework in Monday morning, I guess, because we start the class of reading about 10:30. Yeah, it's about 10:30, and also some people complain to the tutor that the tutor always overtime almost every day except the Friday because we need go to the mosque to praying. But the other day we start the class in 10:30, and basically we finish the class in the 12, but today we finish the class our time in learning in the class extends almost 1 hour. So basically, we back in the room around 1 p.m., which is makes us feel very exhausted. And beside this lot of assignments, so this is why some pupils want to complain with this tutor because he's kind of strict too. Oh, yeah. And beside this reading thing, I also doing I also did a presentation today with my classmates. So we are consists of three people, which is myself and then two of my friends. We were doing presentation in the class, but we do not finish yet because the time is over in the class and it's already noon. It's almost evening, so we had to finish the finish the class this noon. Okay, and this is I presentations about mental health. I guess mental health is the issue we hear regularly, so it's very important. But I guess because we already know much about this particular problems, so there's nothing special to offer in our presentations, and I guess our presentation not going very well too, even though the first speaker, which is my friends from Bengkulu, if I'm not mistaken, she was great. I mean, the English, she speak in English very well, and very, when you hear it, you understand that this one but have much experience talking in English is kind of different with me, which is I just start to speaking the language. And I my part in the presentations was about methods to overcome mental illness. You probably know about mental illness, right? I don't have a clear idea what the definitions of mental illness, but probably I can share some insights about this. That mental illness, that's probably conditions where you feel like tired, exhausted, depression, and then feel insecure, and it very affects yourself precisely mentally, but of course it can damage your physically too. And this some point that I shared with my friends about the how to overcome mental illness. First is that it's very important to value yourself or value ourselves. We know that sometimes we compare ourselves towards other, whether people we know, like a friends or sibling, if you have any, and also your neighbors and others peoples around you. And then we also compare ourselves with people we don't know from the television we watch or the screens we scroll every day, whether in Instagram or another social media platform. Um, and then we need to accept our weakness, that we as a human being is imperfect creature. So we need to understand that we have these limitations. So it's okay not becoming a perfect person, and it doesn't mean that we don't need to try our best at something that we want to get. It's just that it's very important to underline that we need to know that we don't have to be a perfect. I mean, we can try it, but don't expect ourselves to become perfect and precisely in the short time, because it makes it can lead us into this depression and insecurity and anxiety feelings. And another tips that I can share to overcome mental illness is to take care of your body and your mind. And I want to talk first about the body, that to to not to overcome but to maintain our mental illness, we need to have this physically healthy, which is we can try to exercise regularly. We went outside our room, meet people there, like walking and then doing outdoor activity. Whether you like jogging or doing lifting and another exercise in the gym, or like me, play badminton once a week. I think it's very help to maintain my physical health, because it's make me active, even though not every day, just once a week in a Sunday, but at least it can make me feel better, make me more energetic in the Monday to start a new day and to start learning English, and to start a day. That is what I mean. And then also, we need to balance our diets, and we need to eat something healthy. This is very challenging for me because I try this, herbal thing to maintain my physical health, but I don't do it regularly, which is not great, but I want at least make an effort to always consume these herbal drinks, which is come from any recipes, from spices like cinnamons, cloves, and gingers, and amongst others. And then also, we need to eat more fruits and vegetables. I have these fruits with me. This is guava, which is one of my favorite fruits, which is I love. And here, quite expensive actually when I compare to the Jogja city, because there it less costly when it comes to guava fruits. But among other fruits, they are kind of similar, I guess. But here, the orange more cheap than there in the Jogja city. I think it's very important for us to eat fruits regularly, because I heard from the podcast from BBC that we need to eat the fruits and another vegetables that can make us become healthier and also younger. And yeah, it also make our wrinkle in our skins, whether in your hands or your face, become disappearing, which is great for our beauty and for our lifespan too. And the fruits make us become younger, especially the fruits that contain carotenes in it. The fruits which the fruits that contains carotenes, such as wortel, carrots, not wortel, wortel in Indonesian language, is carrots, and then also melons, and then mango. This is why I bought mango a few days ago, because I heard this podcast about the benefits of mango to make me younger. I guess the age not really important it was, but at that moment I do realize that I don't want become older soon. I want stay young, because become young is a great, and I have this feeling that I'm afraid actually become older too fast. And then I just woke up one day, realized that I no longer in my 20s, which is very depressing when I think about it. But also, yeah, this feeling, this anxiety to become old, actually is one of part my overcome mental illness, which is I will discuss it to you in the next step. But before it, the third, after value yourself, then take care of your body, and then the third tips to overcome mental illness is to care of your mind. And yeah, I had this experience. I lying on my bed very often, doing basically nothing except screens to the social media, and I immerse myself in this rampant information that make me feel anxious, because you know that there are so many negative news we hear every day, and it's very damaging for our mental health. So I decide to stop myself to look into the screens so often. Then I devote my time into something that's more beneficial, that's something more productive. Like try to reading a book, and I try this book called Long Rider. It's a romance book which is not really my cup of tea, but because I want to, that I want to read that something fun, not that something that makes my brain so not how to explain it, that not to praise my brain with the facts and something new information. I just want to entertain myself from reading. This is why I decide to read a book in an English language which called Long Rider. So far this book seems not really great because I don't enjoy it so much, but I do realize that the writer of this book writes his book very well. I mean, it's very nice to read. It's just not my cup of tea about romance thing. I think it's my mistaken my mistaken bought this book. But okay, I give it a try. Even though I can promise that I will finish this book soon, because I have many things to do right now. At least in the 4 months, I don't. I want to stop writing and probably reading any books, because I have many pages to read and to translate and to examine. This is why myself become a headache, and I can devote myself into another task, because I always remember my father advice that to success in particular thing, we need to immerse ourselves into this thing, and to limit our distraction, um, that's our distraction from other things. So I need to focus on myself learning English in near 4 months in the future, and I stop doing another thing. This is why I don't writing and reading a book in this time. It probably after I finish this scholarship camp, I will start to writing again, which is I can wait. And I hopefully that I'm also already become a tutor then. And then the fourth is important to surrounding yourself with loving people and creature. And then also that life in presence. And then remember, life is journey, not a destination. But I guess I don't have enough time to present it all of this my presentation into you, because it's more than 20 minutes already, and I kind of feel very excited actually to talking about it. But I need to limit myself because if I'm thriller talking about this, I worry that in the future, probably tomorrow, I just feel bored and then I don't want to talk in this kind of video anymore. And this is why I guess I need to stop. It's already for me to talking around 20 minutes every day, and if I do these habits correctly, I probably can speak very well in the 4 months, and I hope that I make it because I do want to learn the English very much, and it is my big chance to upgrade my level into something more fluent in the language. And I tried reading. Yeah, I tried reading IELTS today, and I got score 6. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, it's 6, which is not really bad actually. But I don't feel that's the score I need. So I kind of disappointed because my dream to get the 7 score in IELTS and overall 7. So basically I need make my reading team become like 7.5. If I don't make this 7.5, I and then basically I match my don't meet my targets in IELTS learning for 4 months. And yeah, so this is why I need to devote myself into this scholarship camp because it helped me so much to get the IELTS test I want, even though I have a sense that I don't want to take this IELTS thing soon. But at least that I want to understand very well when I read a passage in English. This is the point why I took this scholarship camp. Yeah, it's very nice actually to talking tonight. It's very, I don't know, it just feel very comfortable, and I do love to talking more longer actually, but it's very important too to limit my time to doing another thing and to doing my translation, and I also need to listening some podcast and yeah, mostly podcast and doing another thing too, like doing I just enjoy my life because I don't want to I do need to learn very much, but I also love to have a life to balance between learn and then life. So I still want to have happiness in my daily life. This is the reason I can make this conversation, make this video become more longer, and already going to 30 minutes, which is mean half hour. But I want to finish it, and I'm really want to say thank you to watching this video. And if you are the future me, that the future me will watch this video, I want to say that this is you looks when you are 27, because you are March 27 in the last August this year. Is about how to say it, 2 fortnights left become before you become 27. So enjoy your 26 life, and that's all I want to share with you, and thanks for your attention, and good night.